offenders that are now in prison. You got people coming in with life sentences. You got murders. You got rapists. You got all kinds of criminal people who've done all kinds of criminal activity. But the fact is, do they deserve to be rehabilitated? I think so. I think everybody's a chance. Everybody deserves a place to go so that they can try to do something positive with their time. Yeah, they got a couple of programs here that some of them might do, which is a religious program. But other than that, some of them use it as a game. You know, everything is basically a game now. And it saddens me because, especially when I see these young individuals, you know, how they're wasting their life away because not realize it. And what's sad is that because they always constantly getting money from their families who love them, you know, and instead of buying a commissary for themselves, they're using all that money, all that commissary to give it to the guy who's giving them the drugs.
So
I mean,
we have a question from Patrice. She would like to know: are there any drug programs available inside of there? Do they offer drug programs in there?
Well, if you have an NAAA, however, to get in that program is very hard. But the way it is right now, short of staff, I mean, they're super short of staff. They're not having no kind of programs at all. They do have a program that's called the recovery program, right? But you have people in there that shouldn't even be there. People who don't even do drugs. People who don't do this or do that. But they kick out people who have a problem. If you have a problem with drugs, they're trying to help them to rehabilitate themselves to become a better person. They're not saying, no, no, well, you can't do this because if we find out that you're smoking, we're going to kick you out. Well, that's not the recovery program. The recovery program I think that you have is if you do have that problem, you can stop them, talk to them, and try to get help for them. But they're not doing that. No, so that I hope that answers your question.
Yes. Did that answer your question, Patrice? You know, so without the programs, they just hanging out. I mean,
Yeah.
and that
There's nothing they can do. There's no. Yeah, there's nothing they can do. There's no recreation. We don't have no recreation because short of staff. They're having a trade. You know, yes, there's a long waiting list and stuff like this, and you have to be case free. But even now, because it's been closed for 3 years, it's supposed to be closed for 3 years. Now you have certain people that get to go and have this enjoy this program. You know, and I like me for myself. I've been out for 3 years, so I can't do nothing. I can't practice my trade, but that's okay because I do my time in a positive way anyway. You know me, I'm always fighting my case. I'm always looking and reading and searching and trying to get myself out. So maybe I can do something when I do get out. Try to help somebody. Try to help the system. Try to get that change. Try to talk to legislators myself. If I can, I would go to the legislative session and speak on behalf of the whole system because I do believe it needs change. You know, I do believe that yes, people do need to be punished for a crime that they committed. I do agree with that. However, there's a certain point in time where everybody needs to gain some kind of discipline, some kind of education, some kind of motive, you know, to help them, you know, to help them bring them back to society and see what life is really about, what